Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to the full buck moon. I love July's moon. The full buck moon, it's just that energy of almost testosterone. This is when the bucks and their beautiful rack of antlers, they start bonking their heads against stuff. Are we going to feel like we're bonking our head against stuff? Well, probably. But more importantly, it's about perseverance. We're getting the gunk off because their antlers have like this fuzzy fuzz stuff to it, and they're starting to get their tool to support them in, well, being able to thrive, to succeed. And that's the energy that I'm really wanting to incorporate right now. We need this very assertive, very testosterone filled energy. Tomorrow, Friday, July 19th, that is when the full moon energy is going to be starting to come forward. We always have 2 days before and 2 days after the full buck moon, which comes in on Sunday, to be able to work with this energy. Interestingly enough, on Monday, we have Leo coming in. So the tail end of the full buck moon, we are going to have that fire, that very passion-filled energy of Leo, which is a fixed fire sign. So that should be interesting to see how the early part of next week rolls out and plays out. I will have a reading solely on Leo come out on Monday, and we may see some of the same things start to dovetail into it as we go forward. The decks I have, this is the Northern Animal Tarot. We're dealing with the animals. This deck was created by Wild Heart Studios, which is an Edmonton-based deck or studio, and that is in Northern Alberta. And I thought, yeah, it hits so many of the right checkbox. Then I have the Everyday Witches Familiar Oracle. The blend is really nice. I enjoy how the two work together. All right, let's get into this. Let's see what the full buck moon wants to share with you guys. Now, I should say this is the first edition of this deck. I think she's on the second or third edition. And you can tell just by the backings. She has different colors for them. Ooh, it's good. The Lovers. I love that. The Tower in reversal. The reversal is a nice piece to see. However, know that this can be turned to the upright quite quickly. The Nine of Wands in reversal. The Queen of Pentacles. All right, let's start with the one that everybody's going, oh my God, about. Got a heck of a glare on that one deck. There we go, better. The Tower. It's in reversal because depending on how much you work with self and how much you've been working with what the angels suggested in my reading last week, and some of the stuff that you've been needing to do will depend on how much force this is going to hit with. If you've been working on the stuff that you've been knowing you need to work on, and we all have different stages of acceptance and denial on this, will depend on how much you're going to get zapped by that change that kind of swift kick in the hind knee. Know that there is change coming in. And like I said, the full buck moon, that fuzz needs to come off, the bonking of the head. Well, the work you do will depend on how much of that bonk you're going to get. The lovers, this is not so much about an external relationship, but more your relationship with self. That connection, that communication, that understanding. Many of us are avoiding working with self. It's part of the triad that we have, where we work with self, with others, and the high vibrational beings. We don't have always the best relationship with self. We're not always able to work with self. We don't trust in the foundations. We don't work with and understand those past experiences and how they are shaping us. We're not coming to connect the dots when it comes to those reoccurring patterns that are part of our lives. The Queen of Pentacles talks about slowing down, talks about starting from where we're at and starting to connect some of those dots. These two are bigger aspects. These are everyday steps. How do you incorporate that knowledge into your life? Well, we can avoid and resist, or we can take it one step at a time. Again, this is personal choice. Yes, the Tower is in play. We do have the ability to change and to grow. However, we also have the ability to duck and turtle and relive the whole thing over again. It's a really up to you piece. The full buck moon is helping you to have that adolescent energy, that night energy, where you do have the conviction, the perseverance to face that challenge. Learn from the experience rather than repeating the experience. However, again, it's an up to you piece. It's not like the full buck moon's going to do it for you. It's just helping you with the energies that you need, that will help you with moving forward, that will help you with learning and breaking patterns. Because it's the patterns that keep coming back that are hurting the most. That's why we have the Tower in play. And we never really like to see it. However, we need it to help break free of some of this stuff. And a dragon never hinders to have a dragon. Spirit one dragon. I did say that the triad, working with self, working with your everyday supports, those physical people, and the high vibrational beings. Dragons are high vibrational beings. Use your words. Ask for the help. You can work with the archangels to support you with guidance, with understanding, with the energies that you need to break some of these patterns, to heal and work forward. I've got lots of meditations and healings on this channel that can help you with that. You can also ask the high vibrational beings to come in and help de-gunk you through some intentional bathing. It's not hard. It doesn't add a lot of extra. It's just something that's going to support in getting rid of some of that heaviness. So before you take your bath or your shower or go play in the pool, ask the high vibrational beings to de-gunk you, to get rid of some of this stuff that you're harboring and then go take your shower, your bath, play in the pool. The water will help clear you. The high vibrational beings will give it direction. You have to break down the law of free will. Air 4, owl. That understanding, that aha is there. You will get foundation. You will get the stability you need when you use your information. You may not like it. It may not feel good, but the information is going to be key. It's going to support you with going forward. 5, firefly. Allow the passion, the warmth, the creativity to support you forward. It's not always going to be a big, bold energy. Sometimes it's little sparks. When we embrace those little pieces, it starts to cultivate that picture that we're looking for, that we're needing. Take the little pieces and build off of it. It will help not only with this, but with so much more. Being present. Okay, you can have that card. Being present and being in the here and now helps us to start to connect those dots, pick up those little pieces, and create the picture that we're wanting, that we're needing. And these little pieces not only are here, you can see them in the snow here and the stars here. They're everywhere. It's just we need to slow down and embrace that. Slow down and start to see, feel, and be present. Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords does talk about someone trying to get away with something, like literally. But it also talks about honesty. In this reading, the Seven of Swords talks about you needing to be honest with you. Where are you starting from? What is it that keeps coming forward that we're either avoiding or in some cases we're enabling? Be honest with you. Now, this does not mean being harsh and critical. This just means, okay, this is where I'm at. This was what is happening. There should be no name calling. There should be no down beating self up. This is just about an awareness. The swords, and humanity has a huge challenge with the swords. It's about knowledge. The hurt, the pain, the fear, that's a human trait. The sword itself, it's all about the words, the understanding, that the aha, not about the feelings. This is very much a Vulcan energy where feelings don't make sense. There we go, Knight of Swords. In reversal. There's a lot of resistance to this knowledge because it does ask us to break free of stuff that we do kind of have a bit of connection to. There's a bit of a false stability in it. We are afraid to change. Take that deep breath. Use the understanding, the knowledge to support you. Now, ways to help with the fear is to slow down. The Queen of Pentacles is anti to this card. Can start to direct her nephew to say, hey, slow the hell down. We need to use our head. This gives us the conviction that very much buck energy of that adolescent, I'm going to bang my head against that tree. I'm going to bang my head against my friend energy. But we do have the ability to direct it. Because the Knight of Swords, he's the one knight that Pamela Coleman Smith drew charging into a storm without thinking. He doesn't have the clarity that the Queen and King have. So we need to slow him down, give him direction. It's going to help with some of that resistance we have. Love the fact that we end off on the Fool. We started with the Lovers. We're ending with the Fool. The Fool is that carefree energy. You don't want to get caught up in the fear and the doubt. Have faith in you. Have faith in the universe. Enjoy the next week. Find the fun, the play. Find those little pieces. You can't do that if you are wrapped up in the fear. What if, the would-haves, the could-haves, the should-haves, the challenges. Take a deep breath. Add in the fun, add in the play. Take time for meditation. Bring in the high vibrational beings. Gain the insight, but balance it out. And I think that's part of the Lovers, is that balance. There's work to be done, yes, but there's also fun, play, and love to be had as well. So over the next 5 days, start things off. This will not end during the reign of the buck moon. This is going to keep going throughout the summer. Know that if we don't start to address this, the Tower will become more aggressive and upright. Because if we avoid this, it's not going to just go, oh, okay, sure. It's just going to get louder. It's going to become more present in our lives. So take that deep breath and work with these energies rather than avoiding them. I want to thank you so very much for joining me today and exploring the full buck moon. I hope this helped to give you that understanding and aha of what you need to do and how you can take those next steps forward. If you did like this session, please remember to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you thought. How are you going to take those next steps forward? What are you going to do for you? If you haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe and hit that little red bell. Not only do I have more guidance and support coming forward, I do have lots of meditations and healings. You don't want to miss any of it, so subscribing and hitting that bell will ensure you don't miss anything that I post. If you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon page. I've provided a link below, so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you for joining me in exploring the full buck moon. I hope this did give you that aha that you were looking for. Until tomorrow, my friends.